Thiago Santos struggled to get any real offensive momentum going against Magomed Ankalaev in the UFC Fight Night 203 main event in Las Vegas, and the end result was a unanimous decision defeat for the Brazilian, who is now 1-4 in his past 5 fights, dating back to that memorable UFC title fight with Jon Jones, where he became oh so close to being the UFC light heavyweight champion, still the only person to this day to earn a winning scorecard over Jones in that split decision. But everything has kind of fallen apart for Santos since then. Of course, he is aging, but the double knee surgery he had to have in the aftermath of that fight seems like it's still just hanging over his head a lot, and he's never been that same explosive, dynamic striker that we had in that fight with Jones and before it. And at this point, it's hard to know if Santos can really ever get that back. Of course, he is aging. He is much closer to 40 than he is 30. He's had a lot of fights, taken a lot of damage, dished out a lot of damage too, but it's just been, as you've seen against some of this top competition, the performances have seemingly been lessening. These last 2 fights against Ankalaev and Johnny Walker have not been the most entertaining from an excitement standpoint. So I think Santos, it seems like, maybe on the backside of the career here, and unsure if he's going to be able to climb back up to that title contender status he had just a few years ago. But how does he pick up the pieces from here? I think he is still a valuable asset to this light heavyweight division, but when you look around and see what makes the most sense for Santos, I think you have to look at pairing him with another skidding member of this weight class. And for me, I look at Dominic Reyes. These two have been close to fighting multiple times. Of course, Reyes on a 3-fight losing skid of his own and hasn't fought since that brutal knockout of the year contender against Yuri Prochazka in their extremely entertaining fight last year. I'm not sure exactly when Reyes is looking to get back in the octagon, but I assume it's sometime sooner than later here. We saw him sitting in the audience at a UFC event not too long ago, so he's kind of starting to resurface a bit here. I think that would be a very good fight to just kind of see where both these guys are at. It's a name for Reyes to try to bounce back against. I think a winnable fight for him, and I do think just not knowing exactly where Reyes is at this point in his career, that is a winnable fight for Santos as well. So of course, a disappointing defeat for Thiago Santos here, but I think he still has some more solid fights to give us at 205 pounds, still a top ranked member of this division, just maybe not where he wanted to be or he thought he would be. So we'll see what happens from here, but ultimately Santos loses his 4th in his past 5 to Ankalaev at UFC Fight Night 203.